Maison Margiela Replica by the Fireplace. This is an absolute hype beast, but is it worth the hype? Does it even replicate the smell of being by a fireplace? I'm gonna tell you everything that you would want to know before you buy Replica by the Fireplace. This absolute banger was made in 2015, perfumed in France by Marie Salamagne. The batch code is written on the bottom. My batch code, 22UN2YF. And this is Eau de Toilette concentration. This is actually a high-level designer brand. I always thought this was a niche company because their fragrances are just so high quality, but no, it's actually a designer brand. They make shoes, they make clothing, but I would place their fragrances in a category above mostly all of the designer fragrances. And if you did not know, their Replica line is meant to replicate authentic situations and scenarios. It's transporting you into the actual situation that this fragrance was made for. So for example, they have jazz club. It transports you to being in a jazz club. This fragrance replicates the smell of being by the fire and puts that into a bottle to give you that atmosphere when you spray this on. Just from the box alone, you can already tell that they put a lot of effort. They have a picture of by the fireplace, kind of the same label that's on the front of the bottle here. It just tells you exactly what you're gonna get. On the back, you just have some precautions and ingredients. The unique bottle design is so clearly thought out. You're supposed to be a designer fragrance company, and I cannot believe that some designers just do not care about the presentation of your bottle. It honestly almost looks like a candle or something like that. So it's basically just the bottle, but you get this like cotton, like a label on the front, and then this like string that goes around here. I don't know what they were aiming for, but I just think that it looks fantastic. There are no caps to these fragrances, so don't be shocked when you see that. On the front, it does say Replica, reproduction of familiar scents in moments of varying locations and periods. That's exactly what this line does. Province and period. This is supposed to be in Chamonix in 1971. The fragrance description is burning wood in chestnut. In the style description, memory in a fragrance, and I completely agree with that. This is exactly what that is. Before I get into what I smell, because there's actually a little bit more than just a fireplace smell, let's go over the listed notes on Fragrantica. The top notes are clove, pink pepper, and orange blossom, with the middle notes chestnut, gaiac wood, and juniper. Base notes of vanilla, Peru balsam, and cashmeran. So now what do I smell? Because that's what really matters, okay? No, I'm just kidding. But let's look how the atomizer sprays. Their atomizers are just okay. But the scent profile, this is one of those scent profiles that really blew me away when I first smelled it, because it is exactly that and more. It replicates the smell of being by a fireplace. So you get the kind of burning wood, but you also get this warm, kind of inviting feeling from this vanillic edges that give it an almost gourmandy edge. And the clove just sits there giving it this almost warm, spicy edge. This to me smells like you are sitting by the fireplace, drinking a hot chocolate in the holiday season. To me, this is an absolute replication in a bottle of what it is like for me to go and visit my parents for the holidays. I'm escaping the cold. I come on in, the fireplace is burning, the Christmas tree is lit up, all the decorations of Christmas all around. Honestly, the most important thing when it comes to fragrances is how does it make you feel when you spray it on you? And to me, this makes me feel relaxed, it makes me feel comfortable, it makes me feel calm and collected, almost like bringing out a nostalgic feel in me of just being with my family in the holiday season. And this is exactly why I love this fragrance. This by scent profile of replicating what it's supposed to smell like is literally a 10 out of 10. Like, I'm not giving this a total package of a 10 out of 10, but I'm saying replicating the smell of being by the fireplace, you are getting exactly that. I honestly notice a little bit of transition in scent profile as well, which helps to sell the story of this being by the fireplace. To discuss how this progresses, let me go over the performance. I think that this is not a bad performer, but not a great performer. It is not a projector. And I think that this was intentional. This is a fragrance that you want to spray on and invite people in close to you. It's a classy, seductive, comforting aroma that if it was too strong, it would not be able to do what it's trying to do. This is evoking the smell of being cuddling and by the fireplace with your significant other. You're just relaxing and you're in to escape from the cold. If this was too strong and it choked someone out, it would completely void the purpose of this scent profile. When you initially spray this fragrance on, you are getting like, I would say like a 2-foot projection. It's not the weakest fragrance, but you're gonna want to spray heavier. I go around like 7 to 10 sprays of this. I spray it on skin, I spray it on clothes. When you spray it on clothes, it lasts quite a long time. When this is first sprayed on your skin, you get more sweeter tones, you get more woody tones, and you get the warm, spicy tones. But as this dries down on your skin, it almost becomes smokier, then it comes ashy. Like, it's almost the transition of being by the fireplace. You get the wood and then the burning wood, and then the wood starts to dry out and you get that ashy smell, and you get that smoky scent profile. Total longevity on my skin was around 6 hours, which, I mean, for an eau de toilette is not that bad actually. This kind of sits in the kind of 2-foot bubble for the first 30 minutes before it kind of backs down to like 1 foot or less. This is an intimate scent profile. It kind of stays in 1 foot or less to around the 4 to 6 hour range, and it fades into a skin scent around that area. This is perfect for date nights, dressed up, dressed down, dressed in pajamas. It just depends whenever you want to evoke that comforting by the fireplace feel. Definitely best suited for winter, and it's definitely, in my opinion, more of a nighttime fragrance. In my opinion, I do think that this leans a little bit more masculine just because of that smoky, woody characteristic, mostly associated with more masculine leaning fragrances, but anyone can wear this. Replica by the Fireplace is kind of a more expensive designer fragrance. You're gonna pay around $214 Canadian for 100 ml, but that is buying at full retail. If I'm able to find this for cheaper at a discounter, I will definitely leave that in the description. If I was to give By the Fireplace a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this a 9 out of 10. The only criticisms, like I said, were the performance. I wish that it projected a little bit louder, but I can understand why they didn't want it to. I would love to hear what you think of this fragrance. Am I right? Am I wrong in my assessments? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're at it, if you like fragrances like this, definitely check out my review for this one right here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you over there.